Hello and greetings. This is Keith Reed. Welcome to another installment of 5 Minutes on Worship. Thank you for tuning in today, and I am super duper uber excited to be able to come to you with this medium, with this platform. One thing that I want to start out the broadcast with today is this week our nation was struck by something that we haven't seen in quite some time with the events that happened in Charlottesville. And so I just want to encourage everyone, please pray, be proactive. As Christians, we have a responsibility to actually make sure that we are letting people know about the moral decay of the society and whatnot. And we have the responsibility to pray. The Bible does say that if my people who are called by my name would humble themselves and pray, then will I hear from heaven and I will heal the land. So let's make sure that we do pray so that God can do a healing to our nation. Okay, that being said, I want to definitely go ahead and dive right on into what I want to talk about today. And this is something that I think almost every worship leader has probably experienced. And that is, what do I do when the senior leadership doesn't appear to be worshiping with the congregation? So, here are 5 talking points that I want to bring up. And I want all of the worship leaders who may take a look at this, please leave comments on this one because I want to definitely start a discussion and see if you guys have any other talking points as well that you might bring up. So, the first one that I want to say is one, do a self examination. What you want to do is make sure you're not the cause of it. Maybe you weren't as anointed or effective as you thought you were in that moment, and they're just like, I can't wait till they get done so I can go ahead and clean up their mess. So make sure you do a self-examination and ask God to show you any stinky spots of yourself, for lack of a better way to put it, so that you can clean that stuff up. Second thing is, remember that they are also human and that they are bringing to the worship experience whatever it is that they have done in previous worship experiences. And so, what I mean by that is, if they grew up in a culture where they were not expressive in the worship setting, you can't expect anyone to be who they are not. So, one of the things that may have to happen is for a dialogue to take place and, share your concerns. That leads me into point number 3 that I would bring up, which is pray and ask that God would give you an opportunity to express your concerns and let them know that you think that it is being a hindrance, but do it in a respectful way. Remember that they are the leadership, and that at the end of the day, the chief worshiper of any house is always going to be the senior leadership, the pastoral leadership. So you want to make sure that you do it in a respectful manner, but also just make sure that you bring up those concerns so that you guys can grow together. Fourth one is trust God to work it out. Sometimes we think too much. And so, what we want to do is, again, trust God to work it out, because if you put it in His hands, guess what? He is the one who's in control anyway. He's sovereign. So, make sure that you trust God. And then the fifth thing that I want to express in this particular instance is also try to select music that will be appropriate for the preach word. Because what happens is, if you can select music that will prelude into the preach word, that maybe has a similar content, things of that nature, they're going to be more apt to be engaged in the worship because of the fact that you are supporting the preach moment that's getting ready to come forth. All right. So again, my name is Keith Reed. This is 5 Minutes on Worship. Thank you for tuning in today. Again, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Definitely leave your comments because I want to definitely have a discussion on this one. So please, if you are listening to In the Flow, Tune in next week. I hope that these are being a blessing to you, and let all the worship leaders that you know about the 5 minutes on worship teaching so that they can prayerfully get some inspiration and maybe some different things that will help enhance the worship experience as well. Again, thank you so much, and we will see you next week. Again, this has been 5 minutes on worship.